Doodlebud here. I gotta tell you, one brand I find that just does an amazing job, not only just making the pens, but the branding, just the theme, and all that type of stuff that goes with fountain pens. The experience, Esterbrook, they just perfect. They do a spot on job. Today we have a couple great examples of that. First up, I'll go through this one. This is their Golden Gratitude pen. There's diamond dust inside of this resin, which is really super cool. There's also 10 of these up for grab right now. There's a link down in the description. Pause the video if you haven't entered yet. Go in there. September 27th, I believe, is the draw. Anyways, details will be down there. So if you haven't entered, go to the link there and you'll see all the information. We'll run through, show you some glam shots, just a gorgeous looking Estie. And then behind that is this new one called Back to the Land. So that's the thing. The whole theme that they do, they'll pick whatever the theme is. And I find Esterbrook just nails it. So this is Back to the Land, back to the 1970s. Like, super cool color. We've all walked into a house, well, if you weren't alive, but you've been into a house maybe that hasn't been updated yet, let's just say. And whether there's an appliance or a toilet or something that are these types of colors, the Harvest Gold toilet, you know what I'm talking about? They just nailed it with those colors and really gave that theme. So there's all sorts of fun stuff with this one. We're going to go through all these today, chat Esterbrook, and show you what we got. First up is the golden giveaway, and the lighting and the focus is not doing this thing justice, but this thing just absolutely sparkles and shines. And if you like gold, this is definitely one that's going to catch your eye. Even the infill they have on the Esterbrook logo down there, it's got gold in there too. It's the classic Estie design with the cap band. We got the gold colored clip as well. So we got the full gold on gold sparkle action going on. Same with the matching section, and of course a cartridge converter pen. And these things, they work extremely well. They're easy to take apart. You can swap out different nibs. The nice thing with Esterbrook is they have tons of different nib options. Well, you know, I think it's like the extra fine through the double broads, stubs, and then they also have the whole Nibmeister program as well. So super nice looking nib there. And I don't have a gold ink, as you can see, so I got some blue ink, but it does have some golden shimmer flakes in there, so I figured that'll be the ink we use. Cap liner, like all the other Esties, which gives a nice seal. This is one, it took me just a little bit to get used to, the first Estie I got, but you just have to push in just a little bit more. But what that does is it ensures you're getting a really nice seal with the pen. So there it is there. I got tons of other reviews on Esties, and so do other folks if you really want to dive deep into more details on that. But here you go, the golden giveaway. So there's 10 slots available for these pens. Best of luck. I would love it if it's one of the people that are viewing my channel right now and enter through watching this video. I hope you'll win it. So let's put this one over here with the others and get after this one, the Back to the Land Quirky Leaf. The other two colors, one of them is the Funky Lake that celebrates the serenity of lakes and sort of, I guess, you know, going out to the lake during the summer, something like that. Incredible Rock, symbolizing the solidity and resistance of human relationships with the elements. And then we have Quirky Leaf. Again, this is going after the just vibrant vitality of nature. So they got some really cool colors. I have to tell you, of all the Esties, and they have some, like this one here, and all sorts of other beautiful resins, this is actually my favorite. This color pattern really does it for me. You got the green here, like I'm just picturing a wood-paneled green station wagon. Leave a comment down there if you rolled around in one of those. But then we got the orange and the gold to go with it. Like, they just really, really nailed it. And the color, I actually really like this in a solid color. So this is quite nice. This is my favorite. Another little byproduct, because they have the two-tone going on, so the threads, it's just because the feel of this particular material they're using, it is a different capping. It's even smoother because they do cut the threads. It's the same acrylic. Just something about this particular material. The threads are super smooth. This is one of the nicest threading, you know, when you're capping and uncapping a pen, you have to do that all the time. There is bonus tactility and like an ASMR type of feel with this one. I don't know, just it feels, whoop, of course I drop it. It feels fantastic every time you take the cap on and off. It just, you're like, yes, that felt nice. It posts quite nicely. Everything's nice and secure. So no matter your hand size, holding position, that's one thing with the SD. It's a really nice size and dimension. I'd be tough to find someone who finds this pen that's not comfortable in their hand. They might not like the style of it or the look of it or whatever, but just dimensions everything about it. The fact it posts, all those good things. Yeah, just a really reliable classic pen design. Esterbrook being who they are, there are some amazing goodies inside of this wicked looking box, but this is going to be, I think, the surprise win here in the review is a matching ink. Each pen also has a matching ink, so I got the Quirky Leaf. I'm going to show this to you in the writing sample. This is probably the nicest green ink I've ever seen. It's quite nice. So cool. Just even the fonts they're using, see what they got here. It's just everything. Yeah, whoever is doing their branding and themes, you are very good at what you do. They also have this little nib wipe. So it's included with the back to the land. You get the little nib wipe, and there's also this pen holder here. I'll show you in a second. I haven't opened mine because it just looks too good to use it. I should probably use it. Brian there over at Esterbrook's probably watching and probably wants me to wipe a nib with this, but maybe one day I will, but it looks too good. Inside here, you got this type of ruler deal going on. Comes with a cartridge converter is inside the pen. And then you have this, oh, sorry. Of course, it's not going to come out that way. You got this little magnetic clip here that can go onto a book and hold your pen. Let's test it out. So I've been testing out the pens and using them here nonstop. I actually haven't tested this out. So this will be a first. So I guess you just put your pen like so. You can go onto your notebook. And there you go, hold everything together. It's not sewn in there, so of course it's not going to be as secure, but it is a nice little feature. You could have a little bit stronger magnetic force, just go a few pages in, and that's on there much, much tighter. So depending on how thick the book is, but you might just want to go in a few pages, and it's just there. Because sometimes you have a setup going on, and you just wish you had a place to put your pen. That is a neat little feature, and it's nice and soft. It's like I don't know what type of material, a faux suede or whatever that is, so you don't have to worry about it damaging or scratching your pens. Nice little touch. And again, nailing it with the whole theme is, I bet there's a bunch of, teenagers or young 20-year-olds that have never seen this before. This will be the first time seeing something open like this where you wrap the string around the dots. I haven't seen that in forever. Anyways, here's the little ink bottles, frosted ink bottle. You got the theme on there, is of course to match the pens. So this is Quirky Leaf. Oh, there's also pen cups. I don't have one of the pen cups, but I have a pen cup. But for the back to the land, they also have some matching pen cups to go with the theme as well, which is, again, super cool. They do all that stuff. Here's the ink here. I can't remember how many mil these bottles are. Anyways, check the Esterbrook website. They'll have all the details on that, or also flash it on the screen or put in the description. But there you go. It's got tons of shading to it. It flows quite nicely. This is a fun ink. So let's get to writing. Not only do I love the look of this pen, it just feels different than the standard Esterbrook resins, which they are fantastic. But there's just a little bit of a difference. I don't know. It feels fantastic in the hand. So fun ink to go with it. Lots of shading. Just looks wonderful. And then for whatever reason on the Regalia, maybe I should have torn this sheet off. This one has been on the top for some time. It just feels a little different when I was writing with it. So this stuff does kind of bleed a little bit more, but it's bleeding quite a bit here. Like this is just a fine nib. No way it should be bleeding that much on this paper, but it still does make things pop. It changes the color a little bit too, a little bit brighter on this one. Super fun ink. Here's that random shimmer ink. Again, bleeding quite a bit on here. So I don't know what's going on with this. I should have probably turfed that top page. It feels like it's moist or something like that, like it got humid. Anyways, on the back side, same thing. For the Golden Gratitude, you can see some of that shimmer going on in the ink. I have a separate video. I did these random inks, so if you want to learn about them, I will include a link in the description. But both pens are just, yeah, classic Estes, well made. Everything's great. Super sparkly gold, but this is my favorite right here. So I was just about to shut things down and say how good of a job they do with the branding and packaging, the whole theme, and then I was going to mention these blotter cards, which I forgot to. And there's the wood panel station wagon, of course, because they just nail it with all that stuff. So there it is. Anyways, hey, big thanks again to Esterbrook also for including me. There was 10 of these that were passed out to some of us folks who do Instagram or YouTube. And so I got an email that this was coming to me. I was super surprised. So big thanks to Esterbrook for doing that. Congratulations on the 50,000 followers on Instagram. If you haven't followed them on there, get over there and do that as well. There'll be information on how to enter the draw for this one, so be sure to do that. And if you're clicking around, all that kind of good stuff, leave a thumbs up, a comment, subscribe if you haven't. There's a membership button. You can learn about all the stuff going on there too. I'll have a video about that. Anyways, we'll leave it there for now. One final swoop around all this cool stuff, and until then, we'll catch you next time.